Howdy folks, and welcome to Armoured Warfare with the mighty Jingles. So, I'm playing in the M1 Abrams, not through choice. I really don't like this tank. It sucks. Well, it's not bad when it's fully upgraded, but getting it there is a painful process. Nevertheless, I want the M1 A1, which is the Tier 8 American main battle tank, and I hear it's pretty good, so I'm plugging away at the M1 Abrams. And to be fair, the M1 Abrams isn't that bad when it's fully upgraded, and I've had some fantastic games in this tank, which is really surprising because I really don't like it. I should probably explain why it is I don't really rate the M1 Abrams that much. The Tier 7 M1 Abrams, not the Tier 8 M1A1 or the Tier 9 M1A2. Haven't played those yet. Well, I have, but more on that in a moment. Because that's pretty much what this video is about. But why is it that I don't like the M1 Abrams, the Tier 7? Well, I'll be going into much greater detail on this particular subject when I come to review the M1 Abrams, and I will be doing an M1 Abrams review at some point in the future. But just to sum it up for you, it's got a shitty gun, it's got shitty agility and maneuverability, and it's got shitty armour. It's basically a shitty tank, at least until you get it fully upgraded, when it becomes alright. It's only got a 105mm gun. All of the other Tier 7 main battle tanks have at least 120mm guns, and you'd think that it would at least fire faster for having a lower caliber gun, but no, not really. I mean, it does, but not enough to make a difference. The DPM isn't really that much better than the Challenger, and the Challenger's DPM is shockingly bad, but then again, the Challenger's impossible to kill, so, you know, there's that. The M1 Abrams is far from impossible to kill. The armour is... it's not even close to the armour of the Challenger, and it's not that much faster. It's got an alleged top speed of 72 kilometers per hour. Maybe if you throw it off a cliff. And you could read a book in the time it takes to turn this tank around. So, yeah. Once fully upgraded, of course, and with the relevant mobility retrofits installed, it's not a bad tank, but the grind on this thing is going to make you want to pull your hair out. It is worth it when you get there, however, and it's also worth it because it leads on to the M1A1. And I would dearly like to get the M1A1, and so I'm playing through my first win of the day on the M1 Abrams. And that's when this happens. So, there it is, first win of the day, Operation Rolling Thunder on the M1. Couple of awards, right next... Whoa, wait a minute. How much reputation? That's almost 100,000 reputation. And that's over 250,000 credits. My initial reaction was, quick, get it spent before they notice and take it away. But then when I calmed down, I remembered sort of skipping over something to do with a special event that was going on that I read in the launcher as I was logging into the game. This bears closer investigation. So, I headed on over to the Armoured Warfare webpage and demanded an explanation, and it's right there, a special event called Wolfie's Gold Rush, and providing you play between the hours indicated, you get a 400% reputation and a 100% credit bonus for every game that you play. This is going on for 5 days. It finishes on Saturday, and then the following Monday, the 22nd of February, there's another event where they're basically giving away free gold. So that explains the ludicrous amount of reputation I just earned in the M1 Abrams. But more importantly, that means I don't have to play the M1 Abrams anymore, because I just earned enough to unlock the M1A1. Alrighty then, the M1A1 Abrams, my third Tier 8 main battle tank to go with the T90 and the C1 Ariete, and my fifth overall Tier 8 vehicle, including the 2 Tier 8 artillery. Now to see what all the fuss is about. It's not quite 100% completely stock. I didn't just have enough reputation played on the M1 in order to unlock the M1A1, I also had enough left over to unlock one of the armour upgrades, which is depleted uranium backplating all over this tank, which gives it a protection bonus against both kinetic and shaped charge ammunition. I've also taken advantage of the free universal retrofit slot to equip it with some gyroscopic stabilisers to buff the reload and the aim time, which on the stock M1A1 is not particularly good. Other than that, it's 100% fresh out of the factory. It's got the stock engine, it's firing the stock ammunition, I haven't researched or unlocked any shaped charge ammunition. So with just those 2 upgrades applied, I decided, screw it, I can't wait anymore. I'm just going to take it into a battle. And I immediately liked this tank. I ended up on Operation Sapphire, and I'm the only tier 8, and I'm basically completely stuck. And the only other two main battle tanks on the team are both tier 6. However, they are at least in a 4-man tank platoon, so they should be communicating with each other and be able to coordinate what they're doing, so it's not all necessarily bad. I start the tank up and immediately fall in love with it. 100% stock, this tank turns about twice as fast as a fully upgraded M1 Abrams. So I like this tank already. Now, regardless of whether or not the tank is 90% stock or not, I am still the top tier main battle tank on the team, so I'm going to have to get up and take the hits so the rest of the team doesn't have to, because the rest of the team can't really take the hits. I mean, the BMD4 certainly can't risk getting shot at, neither of the tier 6 main battle tanks can. However, with this depleted uranium backplating armour upgrade, I can definitely afford to take a hit or two. At the same time, however, you don't have to be bloody stupid about it, which is why I've got a bank of earth protecting me from fire from the tanks on the left flank as I work over the ones on the right. And yes, there's the engine shot, set his engine on fire, and there's my first kill. And I really don't have to worry about the 57mm gun on the old Bagel Panzer here, because with the depleted uranium backplating, the frontal armour on the M1 A1 Abrams is in excess of 800mm of effective thickness. So, with the exception of this leopard down here, and go for the side, no, go for the Amarak, ah, it missed. But he's dead, so that's the initial spawn of enemy tanks taken care of. Our BMD4 looks like it's taken one hit, the Leo 2 AV's taken a fair amount of damage, but other than that everybody seems pretty much tip-top, so gun the engine, go looking for other things to fight, and very, very pleasantly surprised with the speed of this thing, not just the manoeuvrability and the hold traverse, but it actually seems to be quite quick off the mark in the way that the M1 Abrams just never was. Spotted a Terminator and a C1 Ariete, and artillery's firing at somebody, so the Ariete's a tier 8 main battle tank, I'm a tier 8 main battle tank. I'm going to go and keep this guy occupied. First shot, aimed for the ammunition bustle at the back of the turret, and it, well, the angle wasn't good, and, well, would you look at that? He actually got hit by his own artillery. It's just like playing World of Tanks. However, pay attention to where the BMD4 is on the map. He's just nailed the Akatsiya and he's spotted and killed the Paladin as well, so I don't have to worry about enemy artillery any longer. And there goes the Ariete. Fresh tank spotted. And any second now, yep, they've seen me as well. And that's fine. I can take the hits. The Stingray can't, the BMD4 can't. The T-72, if he gets himself hull down, maybe. But the Leo 2 AV, not so much. Even hull down, see the thing about the Leo 2 AV, it was the prototype Leopard 2, and it had composite armoured hull, but it had a cast steel turret, so get yourself hull down in a Leo 2 AV and they just fire shaped charge ammunition at your turret, so yeah. Over here in the M1A1 I'm kind of having the opposite problem. I'm bouncing all number of shots from the front, but with the stock ammunition I'm having all kinds of issues actually penetrating, well, even tier 7 main battle tanks like the Leopard 2 there. And this is not the Leopard 2 AV, the tier 6, this is the tier 7, and it has the composite armoured turret. I can penetrate him though. And I really can't give this team enough props, because they really, I mean, I was getting up there, putting myself in harm's way, taking the hits for them, and they kept my flanks clear at all times. Okay, this isn't a particularly good example because that's the only enemy tank left, so yeah, there's nothing else for them to shoot at, but you just wait. I'm pushing forward again, I'm doing the top tier main battle tank thing, and my flanks get dangerously exposed here. You just watch how this team reacts. They were fantastic. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. All hell just broke loose. So, I get this concrete building between myself and all those tanks over on the left. Check out what's going on the map. The BMD4's just spotted 2 tier 9s right up in the northern end of the map, and he's coming barreling right, because he can't fight them. And he's coming straight back down here to assist. The Leo 2 AV is in a holding position to slow those guys down, and you watch how this team annihilates everything that looks like it might be in a position to outflank me. As a main battle tank driver, you could not ask for better backup and support from your team than this. This team were absolutely spot on. They've obviously worked together before. I mean, they're all in the same clan. Terminator, need to kill him. Now, he's taking my tracks off, and there is a BMP-3M trying to get around my flank, but that's alright, I've got plenty of hard cover between me and him, and finish him off. And just in time too, because fresh targets have just spawned behind us. Okay, this is less than good, because now they're getting to shoot at all those squishy tier 6s rather than me, and that's bad. And that's when the first of those two tanks that our BMD4 spotted up to the north makes his presence known. It's the Ramkin 99, and that's really bad news for the Leo 2 AV, because he's popped up behind him, and it kills him. Wasn't just a Ramkin 99 though, was there? There was an M1 A2 with him as well, and he has just popped up on my right flank, and I cannot stop here with an M1 A2 on my flank. So I charge forward to engage and kill the Ramkin 99, but look at the map. It's not just the M1 A2. It's a lot of tanks have just popped up on my right flank. However, there is a rock here on my right, which I'm using to shield me from all of that fire. All this guy can do from the front is blow my tracks off, and I'm absolutely fine with that, because I am in no hurry whatsoever to leave the safety and concealment of this rock over on my right hand side. I can go hold down behind this thing, and none of these guys can penetrate the front of my turret, as long as none of them get around my flank. And the only support I have here at the moment is the BMD4, because the Stingray and the T72 are both engaged with the M1 Abrams, who's over there to the rear. However, as soon as they've killed him, providing I can just keep the attention of all of these tanks here, and you'll notice once again, anytime it looks like there's an enemy tank, like this fella here, trying to work its way around my flank, see that autocannon fire coming in? BMD4 shuts him down hard. Which means that I can just keep the front of my tank pointed towards all of these enemy tanks. And there must be 6 tanks there. None of them can penetrate my turret front. They can't shoot my hull because I'm hull down behind this rock. And now the Stingray and the T-72 have finished off the M1 Abrams, so they're now in a position to come up and start putting flanking fire into all of these tanks. Textbook teamwork. I should probably also give some credit to this rock, by the way. Without this rock, none of this would have been possible. Thanks to this rock and this team, I ended up with nearly 13,000 assistance damage in this match. Oh, you sneaky little bugger. I thought I was well enough angled there, but no. Come on, this guy needs to die. He's the one. He's got my flank. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. No, no. Alright, I've got it. Fine. Oh, shit. Stingray behind me. Can't leave the safety of the rock. Still enemy tanks in front. Trying to use the Ramkin 99 to shield myself. Thought the angle was good, but he still manages to get a shot into my engine, and I thought I was dead meat there. See how the team reacted. You could not ask for better backup and support from a team than I had from this clan here in the Operation Sapphire map. It was just second to none. Absolutely spectacular teamwork. The only reason it took the BMD4 as long as it did to kill that Stingray that popped up behind me is because the missiles he fires only travel at 200 meters per second. It's almost as if this team was telepathic. Team, I need this tank dead so I can go up and engage the other two that are in the cap. Yeah, no problem. They always shoot at the tank that needs to die the most at any given time. Now with the road clear, I can get up and get right in the faces of these two, and we can clear the cap circle out and win the match. Has anybody noticed my schoolboy error, by the way? You almost certainly have. This video is probably 5 minutes old and people are already posting in comments, Jingles, you cheap bastard, use consumables. I haven't loaded any consumables, have I? I do this every time without fail, because I'm crap. Every time I take a brand new tank in a battle for the first time, I forget to load fire extinguisher, first aid kit, repair kit, and the PvE resupply consumable. So I'm about to run out of ammunition. And I've almost run out of health. Despite the fact that this tank is very, very tough. I mean, I was getting flanked all over the place in this match, and the team reacted admirably, but at the same time they still got a couple of shots through. And I'm pushing up here because I'm expecting this to be where the next set of enemy tanks spawn from, and it's not. A couple of patches back it would have been, because they had static spawns for the enemy reinforcement waves, but a couple of patches back they changed them to be dynamic, so it catches you out. Just when you think you know how a map's going to operate, oh no, they're behind you. But the team's got this. They've totally got this. I completely donked that shot. Well, I was aiming for the ammunition bustle at the back of the M1 up there, and it missed. You can't get them all. But they've nailed one of them. That guy's being shot at from two different sides. You see the BMD4 sneaking up behind him. He's going to have him. Spot of surprise butt sex there. Who's going to get him? My money's on the BMD4 because he did a monster amount of damage in this game. The BMD's already got 17 kills, so that's 15 kills or more in a co-op battle. Oh, the Stingray got him. But it's still a destroyer medal for the BMD. And I just couldn't sing this team's praises enough. I wanted to take them all home and let them sleep with my sister. That's how much I like this team. But anyway, one game played, my first game in the M1 Abrams Tier 8 main battle tank, and thanks to this new special, well, all of my crew have gained their first skill. I've earned almost 90,000, top of the team on reputation, and 90,000 reputation and nearly 250,000 credits. So we're going to train up the crew with their first crew skill. We're going to unlock all of the armor-piercing ammunition for this tank and the upgraded turbine engine from playing one game. At this rate, I could play all of my premium, renowned and battle-hardened tanks and unlock a tier 9 tank in one day, no problem. And I think that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. It's just a question of which tier 9 I'm going to unlock first. It doesn't have to be a main battle tank, of course, because, well, when you unlock a tier 9 unlock token, it works on any tier 9. So if I'm progressing down, for example, the C1 Ariete tier 8 main battle tank furthest than any others, and that's the tank on which I get my unlock token, doesn't mean I have to pick the Challenger 2. I can pick anything. It doesn't even have to be a main battle tank. It could be a light tank, a tank destroyer, even an armoured fighting vehicle. I'm kind of leaning towards the Leopard 2A6, but I'm not 100% sold yet as to what my first tier 9 should be. So what do you guys think? Let's see, what do you think I should spend my first tier 9 unlock token on, and why? Because it's only going to be a day or two at the most before I get my first tier 9 unlock here in Armoured Warfare. Anyway, that's it for today, folks. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.